Hi, I'm Kasia. I came outside the season to explore the beautiful Danish island Bornholm. Now I'm gonna take you for an exciting trip around the island, so sit back and enjoy. At Nature Bornholm is possible to explore the unique nature of Bornholm in both present time and in the past.
Welcome here.
Hi. So, how do you know that there were dinosaurs in Bornholm?
But at Bornholm we found some fossils, we found some stones from footprints and the footprints of the correct size. You could say this must be a dinosaur. So we actually found proof of the small green one here with spikes, the quite a bit larger. This one is the first dinosaur tooth that was found in Denmark. It's the year 2000. A young girl, 17 years,
She found it.
Yeah. Only this is a copy, so that's plastic. But down here, it's an original one. This is the landscape as it Bornholm were 140 million years back. You got the crocodiles, you got the turtles, you got the dinosaurs. There is one. Dromaeosaurus bornholminensis. They hardly use any energy, but this is also why they didn't extinct when the dinosaurs died out. They didn't go dead because you could just lie down. So the crocodile lie down and wait for a year for more food. Just 1 year without eating anything.
One of the most important industries of Bornholm has always been fishing, and Bornholm is very famous for its smoking fish. Tourists love to visit the smoke houses of the island, so if you love the fish like me, you can't miss this place. We are in one of the rooms of Museum Bornholm. Sena, tell us more what do we find here.
It's this fantastic go room with the 2,500 small gold items stand.
It's a
very
lot.
neatly. It's a lot, but it's a fantastic place.
How they get knew that they are there?
At first, they just harvested the soil and then it came up. And after a while, here in 1980, it was about that, they had this excavation and they thought, well, we will find some of them, but they found all this 2,500, nearly 2,500.
Okay.
And they found a lot of other pieces. We have weapons and pearls and glass and other items. So
And everything from the gold.
no, not gold, but it's from the Iron Age. It is a very rich place,
Okay.
and it has the king of there.
So show us the other rooms.
Yeah.
We are in the room of second work. What we can see here.
You can see, of course, what is exceptional for the Second World War in Bornholm, and that is the bombing of two cities next to Bornholm in the days of May 1945.
Which were destroyed as I saw on the pictures.
Yeah, it was very destroyed, especially next to. Normally say that well, the war started when it ended.
Yeah.
Here in Bornholm.
This room is not such a set because we see also decorations of typical house from that period.
Yeah, because most of the time it was daily life. You made adjustment, you couldn't buy a lot of things and you couldn't produce what you have produced before in the factories, but they adjusted to the situation, and that is a story we also want to tell people when they visit this room.
It's the power of the people from this period.
Yeah, and war is not just bombing and it's also how do you live. Yeah, young guys actually, and they were not clockmakers at that time.
Yeah.
And it's a very funny history because it is a history of a stranded ship in 1744 between Rhine and Hasle. There was an English ship who was stranded, and the rescue crew went out to the ship and took people from the ship and items from the ship. And afterwards, it was sold on an auction. And on this boat, there was a lot of clocks from England, grandfather clocks from England. And they had to be cleaned before the auction, but there were no clockmakers on Bornholm. So they asked young guys who made spinning wheels. You know, that's wheel, and there's a wheel in the clock, so why not? And the young guys cleaned the clocks. And afterwards they thought, why not make clocks? So they
By themselves?
Yeah, by themselves. So they started a business.
It was a good business?
At the start it was not that good a business, but afterwards it became quite a good business. There were a lot of clockmakers in this town, Bornholm, and they developed the clocks, they followed the fashion, and they exported to England and Germany.
To another countries.
Yes, a lot of clocks went down.
They are handmade.
Yeah, they're handmade. In the beginning it was very popular with painted clocks, and the motifs are often from the Bible.
What kind of?
Yeah, roses and
Roses.
Afterward it was fine wood.
Hammerhus is without a doubt the most famous attraction on Bornholm. It's the largest medieval fortification in northern Europe. Was built in the 13th century, probably by Bishop Jakob Erhardsen, who rebuilt an already existing fortification. For several decades, kings and bishops fought for the right for Hammerhus, and the king built another fortification on Bornholm as a rival to Hammerhus. In the 17th century, Hammerhus was used as a state prison, and here is a very famous story about the Hammerhus occurred. In 1660, Leonora Christine and Corfitz Ulfeldt was sent to the prison. Ulfeldt was an ambitious statesman who married the king's daughter Leonora Christine, and in many ways he ruled the kingdom. After the kings died, the fight between Ulfeldt and the new king makes him escape to Sweden, and from there he worked to get Swedes to attack Denmark. After the war between Sweden and Denmark, Ulfeldt was imprisoned and together with his wife sent to Hammershus. They escaped Manteltanet but were later catched. Hammerhus was built so that would be very difficult to attack. There were only one way to enter from the land, and that was through Schlatzbrunn, that is a bridge with 6-meter deep gorge. You can see it in the background. In the 17th century, Intrabogo served as the king's living room, but as you can see today, it's not so comfortable anymore. We are in beautiful forest Dundalen that contain the largest waterfall in Denmark. Let's go to take a look. has some of the best blowing glass places in the country. People can come here and see the process from the very beginning to the final product. As you can see, here at Pernil Boulot, people are doing that. There are 4 round churches at Bornholm: Nules, Nuka, Ustelars and Olska. They were built in 12th and 13th centuries and are filled with medieval art. An old saying is that they were built by the Knights Templar who used Bornholm as a base for their crusades, and that there might be a hidden treasure in one of the churches, probably here at Usterlarskirke. One of the most unique and exclusive boutiques at Bornholm is the jewelry design Sebastian Frost's beautiful shop at the Cozy Harbor at Listets. I'm going inside to meet Sebastian. I'm here with the German jewelry designer Sebastian Frost. Hi Sebastian.
Hello.
I heard that your jewelry is unique.
It is, of course.
It is, so it means that every piece of the collection, let's say, is the only one.
Yes, it's one of a kind, most of them. It's not the watches, but the jewelry is.
And the shop where we are, it's at the harbor of Bornholm. So how is possible that you are German and we are here at Bornholm?
It's because my wife, she's from Bornholm, and I met her in 1999. Where I moved to Bornholm, and so I think it's the beautiful place to open this shop and workshop, and so I started. It's a perfect place to go from here to all the other places in the world.
So what are your inspirations?
The biggest inspiration is the nature, of course, and maybe also a little bit the architecture, maybe roundabout.
And Bornholm is the best place to have the nature,
and
100%.
the light, very good light, yes.
So tell me more about the pieces of the collection. What kind of ring it is?
This is a little special ring with a moving diamond. The diamond here is hole free, so when you got it on your hand and you move your hand, you will see the diamond can move, and so it's shining a lot more than a normal fitting diamond. And it's also some other pieces like this where the ring can move and turn around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some moving jewelry. Try to.
How many pieces of diamond?
It's 250.
Wow! It's very classic collection. So your wife like it?
Yes, of course. Of course she do.
So Sebastian, how started your story with design?
Design is because my father, he's a goldsmith also. So when I was a little boy, I always were at my father and tried to do something like this. And so there was not the big question, I just want to be a goldsmith too. So.
And what your father thinking about this? That you,
I think it's very cool.
That you walk
I
the
hope so,
same
I hope
road.
so. You have to ask him, but I hope so.
You asking him some advice about
yes, sometimes
design?
in the beginning I asked a lot, of course, but now it's over. Now he's asking me.
So are you designing only for women or also for men?
It's also for men. It's for men and women. And now, just last year, I began to design some watches, some very simple watches like this. And it's also women wearing this watch, this kind of watch in this size.
Almindingen is one of the largest forests in Denmark, and many people say that the most beautiful. We are now at the highest point of Bornholm, Ruteknitten, with its 162 meters. This tall building was built in 1851 as the memory of the king's visit on Bornholm. Let's go up and see. Almindingen has two medieval fortifications, Gamblebo and Lillebo, which were built on the 12th century by the Danish king and destroyed by the bishop Jacob Erhardsen to secure the power of Hammershus. Which is a valley with echo. Bornholm! If you don't want to explore the nature of Bornholm and just have fun with your family, then Joboland is the perfect place to visit. The amusement park has a large water park, a garden with many flowers, a lake with rowing boats, bouncy castles, aerial cableway, climbing area and mini golf. We finish our journey. I hope you enjoyed it and you're gonna visit Bornholm in the future. Bye bye!